Welcome, Sizzle and Smokers, to a how-to video. Today's how-to video, we're going to do original hot sauce, typical Frank's copycat sauce, if you will. It's very simple to make. It takes about 15 minutes to throw it all together. It'll last you for 4 months in the fridge. Guaranteed it won't last long because you're going to put that on everything. So to start out, what we're going to do is we're going to take one medium onion, throw it into a saucepan. We're not going to worry about the chop right now because at the end of it, we're going to blend all this together. We're going to take about 5 cloves of garlic. We're going to run them through our mincer. Don't have to worry about chopping it. You just slap it in this little doohickey. Does it all for you. Easiest way to mince garlic there is. Give that a little clean, beautiful garlic. Now for the hot peppers. I got a bunch of old dry ones up in about half a cup worth that I've had in the pantry for a while. I'm going to use them up, seeds and all. Put it all in there. I got a few of mine fresh out of the garden that are starting to go bad. I'm going to chuck them in there as well. Let it all marry together. I'm going to hit about 1 cup of vinegar all over the top. A couple good pinches of smoked sea salt. So we're going to put this onto the oven. Let it go for about 15-20 minutes. Then we're going to throw it in a blender. So we'll be back in a couple minutes when we get to the blender stage. Thanks. Welcome back. Our mixture has been simmering for about 15 minutes on the stove. We're now going to take it, chuck it into the blender, which is nice and hot. Getting all the pieces out. You want to get as much as you can because we need to use our pot again. So let's get her cleaned right out. Get all those seeds out so they don't plug up our bottles later. Beautiful. Put the lid on her. She gets a little thick on you, that's okay. I'm actually going to add my lemon juice now. It's about 1/4 cup fresh lemon juice. Put that in there and give it another blend. You don't want to add water at this point. You will add a little bit of water once you get it back onto the pot again. If you need to add more other than lemon juice for now, go back to vinegar. Looks great. So we're going to take our fine mesh strainer. We're going to run it through. Here's my spoon. Here she is. We're going to work its way through. Get as much liquid as we can. Okay. So we put the mixture through the fine mesh cylinder here. Work it all the way through so you get as much liquid out as you can. That's what we want. This here, don't throw this out. We're going to take this later and I'm going to slap it onto my dehydrator and we'll dehydrate it and we'll make it into like a hot pepper dust. It's a great for an addition to recipes throughout the winter. If you don't have anything, it's a beautiful little dusting we'll use. It's worth its weight in gold right here. This is just the seeds and the skins and the stuff that doesn't break down. It's really nice. So here's what we got for the hot sauce right now. I'm going to add a little bit more, about 1/2 cup of vinegar. I'm going to add 1/4 cup of sugar. I like to have my hot sauce on the front end a little bit sweet. So it's like it gives you a little kiss of sweetness and then bam, throat punch the heat. That's what we want. So now we're going to take this back to the stove and let it simmer for 10-15 minutes. Check the consistency at this point. We're going to let it go for a couple minutes and we're going to taste it and see what we need. If we need to add more sugar, more salt, more any other seasonings, this is the point where we address that. So we're going to let it go for a few minutes. Check its consistency. You don't want it too watery. If you get it too runny, it's very hard to get it thick again. You gotta let it boil even longer. So we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna add any water to it at this point. If we had to, do like a tablespoon at a time of water. just so it doesn't get too runny on you. We'll be back. Rolling along nicely. We're gonna hit it with just a little bit of Sizzle and smoke spice. Just because why not? It goes in everything. This is beautiful. Should be ready in a couple minutes here. So our mixture's been simmered down again for about 15 minutes. We're now gonna put it into our hot sauce bottle. Don't throw these out, they're handy. We got the lid for it, they work quite well. This is the desired consistency that I want. I don't want it too runny. I want it nice and thick. It'll get a little bit thick as it cools as well, but not bad. I didn't have to add any water to mine. It's all good. If you wanted this even thinner or less clumps in it, run it through the strainer again. There's a few seeds in here, a few other things. I'm good with mine, so I'm gonna attempt to bottle it now without making too big of a mess, which I'm sure I will. Just like that, you see? Slap her in your bottle, let her cool, into the fridge. This stuff here will sit for four months in the fridge. It won't last that long because you're gonna eat it before that. It's so good. You're gonna put it on cracker, you're gonna put it on your meats, your chickens, your pastas, you're gonna have it on your cereal for breakfast, you're gonna drink it right straight out of the bottle, it's so good. And like I mentioned, when you add a little bit of sugar, it's got a little bit of a sweet kiss at the front, and then this wallops you. My tongue is burning when I tried it. It's perfect, it's excellent. So very easy to do. All you need is some hot peppers, you can get them anywhere, some onion, garlic, vinegar, sugar, and away you go. It's that simple. Enjoy, we'll talk to you again next time. Thanks.